Have you ever felt like someone was pulling your strings, subtly influencing your thoughts and actions without you even realizing it? What if I told you that manipulation is not always a grand, obvious scheme, but a quiet, almost invisible force at play in your daily life? Prepare to uncover the hidden tactics that shape our perceptions and decisions. It starts with a question, a request so small it feels ridiculous to refuse. Imagine Anna sitting at her desk. Her colleague, Mark, leans over. "Hey, could you just glance at this one slide for me? I need a fresh pair of eyes." It is nothing. 30 seconds of her time. Of course, Anna says. But as she says it, a strange, dissonant feeling surfaces. A tiny, internal alarm bell that she quickly silences. Why would she feel weird about being helpful? Most of us would think the same. We believe our choices are born from rational thought, from our own established values. This is the ordinary world we all live in, a world where we are the authors of our own actions. But what if that is not the full story? What if our desire to be helpful and consistent is actually a vulnerability? The truth is that tiny, initial yes is often not the end of the request. It is the beginning of a strategy. The stakes are not just 30 seconds of your time. The stakes are your autonomy, your boundaries, and your ability to make decisions that are truly your own. If we do not understand the mechanism at play, we risk becoming puppets, dancing on strings we never even saw. This mechanism is what psychologists call the foot-in-the-door technique. It is a Trojan horse for your mind. The initial request, the small, harmless one, is the beautiful wooden horse left at the gates. By saying yes, by letting it in, you have fundamentally changed how you see yourself. You are now, in your own mind, a helpful person. You have made a micro-commitment. An hour later, Mark is back. He is smiling, appreciative. "You were such a help. Listen, I am totally swamped. Since you are already familiar with the deck, could you just help me finish the last few slides? It is due tomorrow." Now, Anna is frozen. The alarm bell is ringing louder. This is a much bigger ask. It will ruin her evening plans. But the thought of saying no feels wrong. It feels inconsistent. She already helped. She is a helpful person, right? Saying no now would create a psychological conflict, a dissonance that is deeply uncomfortable. The manipulator is not forcing her. They are relying on her own mind to force herself. The soldiers have emerged from the horse. This is not just about work. It is the charity worker who asks you to sign a petition, and then, only after you have agreed, asks for a donation. It is the salesperson who gets you to agree to a small, trivial feature, building a ladder of agreement that leads to a purchase you never intended to make. The trap is not the request itself. The trap is our own internal pressure to be consistent with a version of ourselves that was just created moments before. But here is where the story changes. The moment of complete understanding is not about confrontation. It is about recognition. For Anna, and for you, the power comes from seeing the wooden horse for what it is. It is seeing the strategy before it unfolds. The next time a small, seemingly innocent request arrives, you do not have to build a wall. You just have to pause. You recognize the first knock at the door for what it might be. A test, an attempt to create a commitment. And in that pause, your freedom lives. You are no longer reacting based on a newly implanted identity. You are choosing based on your actual priorities. The final image is no longer one of unease. It is Anna, weeks later, faced with a similar small request. She smiles and without a hint of guilt says, "I would love to, but I cannot right now." She has not become unkind. She has become aware. The invisible string has been made visible, and in doing so, it has lost all its power. She is finally the one in control. Subscribe for weekly stories that change how you see yourself and the world, where ancient wisdom meets modern psychology through unforgettable narratives.